Something big is happening inside the Brazilian camp. And this time, it could reshape the Seleção's future before the World Cup. Yes, we're talking about Brazil's two upcoming international matches in November against Senegal and Tunisia. These games might look like regular friendlies on paper, but make no mistake. For Carlo Ancelotti and his coaching staff, they're crucial testing grounds before the real battles begin next year. After Brazil's recent clashes against Japan and South Korea, one thing has become absolutely clear. The coaching team has already identified who's on the chopping block and who's earned another chance to shine. From those previous matches, some names are expected to be left out this time. Players like Fabrício Bruno, André, and João Gomes could be among those to miss out in November as Ancelotti fine-tunes his squad. But that also means something exciting. New faces are about to step in. With the World Cup just around the corner, these November games will be Brazil's last chance to experiment before facing heavyweights France and Croatia in early 2026. And Carlo Ancelotti, known for his calm but calculated tactical approach, is reportedly planning something special for these matches. Inside sources suggest that Ancelotti's coaching staff has already started detailed analysis sessions. They're watching games across European leagues, as well as monitoring top performers in Brazil's domestic competition. Every pass, every goal, and every defensive error is being tracked. And that's because Brazil's official squad announcement for the November matches is set for November 3rd, just days away. So right now, the countdown is on. The staff have roughly 10 days to finalize their player list. And according to reports, Ancelotti's team has already drawn up multiple drafts of what that squad could look like. Their mission? Build a team that's not only technically brilliant, but mentally and physically ready for the battles ahead. Interestingly, Ancelotti himself will be personally attending the upcoming match between Palmeiras and Fortaleza this Sunday. And this isn't just for show. This game could decide the fate of two key attacking players, Vitor Roque and Andreas Pereira. Both players are currently under Ancelotti's close watch. Vitor Roque, for instance, has been delivering solid performances in Brazil lately, while his time in Europe, particularly at Barcelona and Real Betis, didn't quite go as planned. His current form at home has reignited attention. Ancelotti believes Roque still has untapped potential, and that he could play a key role in Brazil's attacking future. If Roque performs well this weekend, a national team call-up could be just around the corner. Then there's Andreas Pereira, a player who's had plenty of talent but hasn't managed to secure a consistent spot in the national setup. Despite getting occasional chances, he's often struggled to leave a lasting impression. But now, Ancelotti wants to see him live, observe his work rate, and decide whether he deserves another shot, possibly in the matches against Senegal and Tunisia. Andreas Pereira's situation represents exactly what Ancelotti's selection philosophy is all about: dedication and mentality over hype and names. For the Italian tactician, a player's technical ability is important, but not enough on its own. What matters more is commitment. How much a player gives for the yellow shirt. How much he's willing to fight for the team. That's the core of Ancelotti's thinking, and it's shaping every decision ahead of this squad announcement. Meanwhile, Brazil's domestic league is overflowing with exciting talent. Clubs like Flamengo, Botafogo, Fortaleza, and Palmeiras have several players under national team radar. Each week, Ancelotti's scouts are sending detailed reports, noting who's performing consistently, who's improving, and who's ready for international football. Unlike previous years, this time Brazil's coaching team has started early, quietly but efficiently preparing a perfect balance between youth and experience. Interestingly, this time around, the Brazilian media hasn't spotted much of the staff attending matches in person. The process has been kept more private. But make no mistake, the scouting work is happening behind the scenes. The only public sighting confirmed so far is Carlo Ancelotti's own trip to watch Palmeiras versus Fortaleza, which again shows just how seriously he's taking these upcoming friendlies. As always, Ancelotti's final decisions will come down to three key factors: performance, how players have performed in recent weeks; fitness, who's physically ready and consistent; dedication, who's showing real passion and discipline to represent Brazil. And it's that last point, dedication, that Ancelotti reportedly values the most. You might have world-class skills, but if you're not ready to fight for the team, you won't make it into his squad. That's been his message ever since he took over, and it's what he'll continue to follow as November 3rd approaches. Fans are now eagerly waiting to see how Ancelotti's mini-revolution unfolds. Will we finally see a complete, balanced Brazil squad with no injury risks and no underperforming players? Will rising stars like Vitor Roque get their chance to shine? And could veterans like Andreas Pereira make a comeback after proving themselves domestically? All these questions will be answered very soon. Until then, the entire football world is keeping a close eye on Brazil, because what happens in these two matches could define their World Cup journey. So, what do you think about Carlo Ancelotti's plan for Brazil's November fixtures? Who deserves to be called up, and who should be left out? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned because this story is just getting started.